Candace Owen had a former CIA official named Kevin Shipp on the program. And they talked about a reason that he says that governments and the CIA don't like Christians. And we'll talk about this and discuss it in just a second. I do need to make just sort of an uncomfortable announcement. We have ended our work with Wisdom Nutrition. And I want to be clear, I sound like a Biden person. I want to be clear. I love the product. I have it some right over there. I took some last night. I think it's a really well done product. I've always thought that. There was a pricing discrepancy, and it was a pretty dramatic one. And apologies that we didn't catch that. We have a quality review program, and we did not get that one. So Radio America, when they went through and looked at the pricing, they didn't notice this. I didn't notice this. A friend of this show for many, many years, from radio to podcasting and now to here, Rance Arnold noticed this. So A, gosh, thank you, Rance. B, if you bought Wisdom, and again, I love the product, you didn't get the discount that they promised, in all likelihood. If that happened to you, here's what I can do. If you go to the show page, send me the receipt that you paid for, I will give you a free subscription to our video service, which has exclusive videos. They don't hit YouTube. They don't hit anywhere else but Substack. And I'll give you that for a year, and that should make up the difference. So just go to thetoddhermanshow.com, and we'll take care of that. This is an ex-CIA official talking with Candace Owen about his idea of why governments and the CIA, he says, don't like Christians.
Why Christians? Remember, the Soviet Union made a statement that we could control all of our entire population except the Christians. And they had to put them in prison and in gulags. And I remember 1994 when I was in the CIA, we ordered into a conference room. We all filed in. There's about 30 of us. And our division chief starts off by saying, now don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. This comes down from the director of the CIA. You can no longer say Merry Christmas in any CIA office space. You cannot have a manger scene on your desk or on your door, or you will face administrative penalties. And the sad part was only two of us, our jaws dropped. Like, what? And the CIA was actively against Christians, and they used DEI as a method to suppress them. And I remember it was Christmas Eve, and I walked out. I thought about this, prayed about this overnight, and I said, oh, no, you don't. So I walked out on New Year's Eve, and I turned around to everybody, and I said, good night, and by the way, Merry Christmas. I'm like, there is a line you don't cross. Well, there was an outrage from the CIA populace, and as evil people always do, when they got resistance, they backed off and said, well, never mind, But it has been Christianity, because the Christians are the only ones that will not answer to tyranny. We believe in God and a higher power, and we will not be manipulated by a tyrannical regime. And that's why Christians are despised around the world, including in this previous administration, my goodness. And going back to Obama, how they attacked Christians and eliminated the religious freedom post at the Department of State, and on and on and on it went. But that's the reason.
Nothing is secular, and anyone who says there is an atheist. I mean, you might not think you are, but God lets everything happen. Everything happened through his providence, his decisions. I mean, he owns the world. So there's nothing secular. But if we want to take this from a secular perspective, let's start here. Real Christianity, in a modern sense, is difficult to completely politicize. I mean, you've got the Catholic Church, which in my judgment is right now captured by a heretical pope, but a lot of Catholics know that. There are the heretical fake Catholic churches that the Soros organizations have funded, but again, a lot of faithful Catholics know that. At the heart of the Christian faith is God, Jesus Christ, fully man, fully God, as he walked the earth, who never sought government help with anything. He didn't organize on behalf of government. In fact, one of the reasons why a lot of Jewish people to this day do not believe that Jesus Christ was and is the Messiah that's been predicted throughout Hebrew scriptures. It's difficult to read Isaiah and not see Jesus. One of the reasons is he did not form a government. He did not form a military. He did not go seize earthly power. In fact, he had no interest in it. He made that super clear. Islam is political. It is therefore easier to subvert and to use for political ends and political goals. You can say Zionism is as well. It is a political movement, Zionism. Yes, there are obviously Jewish people who are not Zionist, and there are people who are Zionists and not particularly political. But Zionism is used as a political tool more easily than I think Christianity, which is also diffuse. So you can dislike Protestantism, but the diffuse nature of Protestantism makes it difficult to organize into one political affair. But then there's also this. The Lord Jesus said, "Do not lord your power over others." What has the CIA become? It's an organization that from the top is lording its power over others. What partnership can darkness and light have? They are arguing often at the levels of the intelligence services, at the very levels, trying to control the nature of truth, what is allowed to be seen and known and intellectually metabolized by the American people. And God himself is truth. When you declare that you are going to control which truths the people see, which the CIA has done, you are saying we're going to control which aspects of God people get to see. Because Jesus Christ said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." So why do they hate Christians? Because some of them are fighting a battle on behalf of an entity they don't even know they represent. And that entity hates Christians because that entity hates Jesus.